Alright, feel free to channel your inner Timmy today, which I know is a little weird because we're not playing green, but bear with me here. Prepare to get ready for some mono red dragon fun. Dragons have been kind of just sitting around here on the sidelines for quite a while, but it is notable that we have quite a few playables that some have seen play, some have not. But we do have enough to kind of throw together a deck here and make something that can, function a little bit. So this pile here is basically going to be discount your dragon spells and then pay discounted prices on big, impactful dragons. Let's take a look at the fun side of things first. We'll talk about the top end. We have one Drakuseth Maul of Flames. For 7 mana, you get a 7/7 flying, and when it attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target, and 2 separate triggers of 3 damage to other targets. So, good card to get onto the battlefield, but it's kind of expensive, so we're only going to play one. Another card that's really good is Laughless Dragon Queen. If she's not dealt with immediately, every dragon that you play after her is going to become big and problematic for your opponent. Or rather, they're going to make more dragons so you can go wide. Again, pretty expensive, so we only run her as a 1-of. And now some of the all-stars of this deck that have seen they've seen play in other decks include Terror of the Peaks, 4-of, 5/4 for 5, flying, and basically you have Ward 3 life on this thing before Ward was a thing. And then when other creatures enter the battlefields, this thing will deal damage equal to the creature's power to any target. Goldspan Dragon makes you some treasures. It's a 5-mana 4/4 with haste and flying, and it doubles your token out or your mana output from these treasures, which makes it a very good card. Often, if we can get a Goldspan Dragon down and attack once or twice, we can definitely get one of our later plays out pretty quickly. The other thing that we can do is Atsushi the Blazing Sky. Flying Trample, when it dies, you can exile some cards or you can make some treasure tokens. This, of course, feeds into the Goldspan Dragon idea. So that's kind of the fun things that we're trying to ramp into, and now let's take a look at the things that kind of help us get there. So, in terms of the mana department, we have Fearsome Whelp, a 2-mana 1/1 with flying and haste that basically discounts all the dragons in your hand by 1 every end step that you go through while you have this card. Of course, this perpetual effect can stack. So, if you have this thing for 3 turns, your Drakuseth now costs 4 mana and can go down as little as red, which is cool. Fearsome Whelp, pretty good card, and you can play it on turn 2, which makes it pretty decent. Similarly, you also have Dragon Speaker Shaman. For 3 mana, you get to discount all your dragon souls by 2, and it is notable that most of the dragons, well, actually all of them, have at least one generic mana symbol in their casting cost, and all of the things that we're trying to get to on the top end have more than 2, or have 2 or more. Okay, and then the other thing that we can do to ramp in is with the Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind. This thing is serving double duty because you can make mana of any color, which, for us doesn't really matter because we're only making red, so it's just basically a mana rock, but the cool thing is that it can give our things haste. So your Drakuseth can come in and just mow down your opponent's stuff immediately. Lathlis can get in. You can get... Goldspan Dragon already has haste. Terror of the Peaks, 5 damage with haste is always pretty good, and then, similarly with Atsushi. And then let's take a look at these 3 other cards here in the deck. These I'm mostly considering the removal package, though some of them do perform double duty. So first off, we have one of the Invasion of Tarkir. When it ETBs, you can show your opponent some cards from your hand and basically deal some variable amount of damage to your opponent's creatures or to their face. This is good to soften your opponent up for an inevitable dragon kill in the following turn or 2, or it can snipe off some permanent or ramp card that is giving you problems. Invasion, pretty good card, and often we are able to flip it into Defiant Thundermaw, which basically turns every dragon on the battlefield into a shock as well on every attack, which is great. Very good flavor with the Dragon Tempest artwork as well. Thought I'd just mention that. The other thing is we have Dragon's Fire, an instant that allows you to potentially reveal a dragon card from your hand or choose one that you can control to change its deal 3 damage ability into deal N damage, where N is like the power of whatever you chose. So, if you have this Drakuseth in hand, now you have a 2-mana instant deal 7. if you reveal that card, which is just, you know, unheard of and way better than rate. And then finally, the other one is Draconic Debut. This is a new card, actually, that came to us out of the... Well, relatively new. It came to us out of the Wilds of Eldraine alchemy set. And this is a pretty interesting one because it deals X damage to any target, you know, X and a red. But you also will then get a discount for your next dragon spell. So our deck can benefit from up to X equals 4, and often we're not really doing anything more than X equals 3 with this kind of card. So, you know, you can make your Jakuseths just cost pretty cheap, Terror of the Peaks, it'll stack with your Fearsome Whelp and Dragon Speaker Shaman abilities. So all really good things going for us here. But at the end of the day, this is a pretty Timmy-like deck. We are just trying to play some big creatures and attack the face for lethal. With that being said, I don't think we really need to do too much more. This is mono red. We're just going to go in there and get after it. Before we start this round 1 here, if you want to support the channel, you can do so by dropping a like on the video or by commenting to help me out with the algorithm. Additionally, if you are new to the channel, you can show your support by subscribing for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With that being said, here we go in round 1. Okay, we're here in round 1. I have taken a decent hand against an opponent who's just kind of roped for a bit. We are starting round 1 on the play. Here we go. So I'm basically just hoping to draw land in my first 2 draws so that my hand can be pretty smooth. And yeah, I've been rewarded for doing that. Sweet. We have our Dragon's Fire to kill anything that they would like to start out with. And let's see if Bant has a counterspell for me. They do not. Sweet. So I can just get a Goldspan Dragon out next turn and an Itsushi. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is everything I want to be doing in this deck. Give me more. Alright, so they found a lot of basic lands. Good for you. We also have the Carnelian Orb. I think we'll probably just do that next turn, more or less. Swing in. Yeah, fine. The question is, do I do Carnelian or Itsushi? I think I'd probably just do Itsushi here. Yeah, I mean, we've got 10 power on the board. It's turn 4. Our opponent, that's almost lethal by turn 4, or turn 5. Feels pretty good. This is going to suck if they have a board wipe, and judging by seeing Bant, I could definitely see that being a Supreme Verdict. Oh, Doubling Season. Ooh, very cool. They're on Doubling Season, a deck that I did play earlier on this channel. Very, very fun one for sure. We're going to hop in here and, yeah, just get after it. We even get another Carnelian Orb here. And, yeah, we'll see what our opponent tries to do here. They can just absolutely ram a Teferi down our throats right now. And that would be pretty cool. I don't think we're going to lose, but they can definitely get an ultimate off. Let's see what it is. It looks like nothing would have won them the game there, so they conceded. Alright, well, decent round 1. We took the win, and basically we're just aggro, whereas our opponent was not. We'll take those. Let's hop into round 2. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Let's get it. Yeah, this is cool. We finally have the cost reducer plus all the payoffs in one hand with lands. This is pretty much everything. Dragon's Fire, cool. Green-white could be Enchantress, could be other stuff, who knows. But I like this land, very cool. If you know what pack this comes from, let me know. Jukai Naturalist, so the question is, do I take that out now with Tarkir and make them play another development turn? I think I do. Invasion is perfect, actually, for this. We won't even reveal anything. Deal 2 to them. Nurtured their creature. Stops the life gain, stops them from ramping. Alright. Cameo of Transcendence, yeah, that's fine. That thing's gonna get big and annoying eventually. We can still reveal a Terror of the Peaks down the line though, and it's okay. So we'll get this out to start. We will take Tarkir down 1 tick and start to utilize the cost reduction here on our next turn. We can even just start to control the board with Dragon's Fire now. Try to kill the Kami. Hallowed Haunting. Yikes. So I think what we'll do is we'll just play this very slow and just use the cost reduction. We will reveal. We don't need to reveal anything because it does 3 damage. Decline. Target that. Alright, cool. And then we go in for 1, slowly taking down the invasion. And yeah, we have an Atsushi next turn. If we draw a land, we can go Goldspan into Atsushi. Actually, we can already go Goldspan into Atsushi, which is actually the move. Opponent just went super wide. So we'll probably want to go wide this turn as well. I could Invasion, take out one of those little guys. I could Goldspan going into one of those little guys. Regardless, I think it's Goldspan no matter what. Goldspan will go here. This will go at face. This is fine. And so eventually our Tarkir is going to make us deal 2 damage to everything. So we want to, 1, get creatures out that can attack, and then 2, control the number of clerics they have. We'll start by getting an Atsushi out. We basically have 8 damage next turn. And then Terror of the Peak's also pretty good, obviously. I would have liked to get that down first, but you can't have everything. So let's see how many Enchantress spells they can cast this turn. This thing can double trigger their Hallowed Haunting. Touch a Spirit Realm, that is good for them, for sure. They do not copy it, meaning they have another thing to cast, or they may go again later. Oh, that's smart, yeah. Double Exile, sweet. Okay. I'd rather keep my Goldspan Dragon for sure. So let's see how much they decide to hit us for here. It's gonna be a lot. Now I draw the land, so I can go Laughless into Terror of the Peaks into trigger Laughless. Terror of the Peaks. And we just need to survive 1 more turn. Make a thing, deal 5 damage to the Weaver, because that's really annoying. And then, hopefully, we will be able to... oh yeah, that's right, I forgot that that can happen. Hopefully these don't get too out of control, these Spirit Clerics. Not exactly looking forward to dealing with those. Here's the Kami. Ooh, Calyx. Okay. Yikes. So now this just got kind of bad. Okay, so I have to block 2. That's fine, we're going to keep Terror of the Peaks around, and I think we should be able to kill our opponent here. Go to 4. And then we go Tarkir, Dragon's Fire. Yeah, okay, so this is pretty good. We will reveal for 2 damage. That will go to, I think it should just go to face, I believe. And then, what do we need to kill creature-wise? So we'll go 1 here. The rest of these at face. Do I need to hold anything back? I do not. Actually, all of that could go to face and I would have killed them. Okay. Almost made a huge mistake there. Would have eventually caught it. It's all good. Pretty good round 2. Our opponent kind of popped off there with their combo of Weaver of Harmony plus Touch the Spirit Realm. Pretty good ETB doubling there. Also, they could have just gone super wide with Hallowed Haunting. Pretty cool deck idea here. Enchantress is one of the first things that I played on the channel. It's actually the first video I made, funnily enough. And the deck has definitely come pretty far. So maybe I'll cover something like this here in the future. This particular build is really cool. That was our round 2. Let's hop into round 3. Here we go. Okay, it is round 3. Well, we have no way to reduce our costs here or to remove anything other than our double invasions, which can basically hit for 5, which is cool, but, you know, past that, this hand is not really castable. Easy mulligan there. This isn't a great hand, and my opponent has kept 7. I think I can function very slowly on this hand. It's, like, not ideal by any means, but with us going on the play, we should hopefully be able to draw a dragon in our first 2 turns, ideally. Alright, Invasion of Tarkir is not really a dragon, but it'll have to do. Red and green, interesting. So, what do we think about Tarkir? Probably not yet. Fearsome Whelp. Get in for 1. Let's see if this is land destruction, because if it is, that sucks. Doesn't appear to be. Yet. Do they have a creature? They do not. I mean, I think I just play an Invasion of Tarkir, bop them for a little bit, and then just start working towards flipping my stuff. And then, yeah, that can deal damage to any target, fine. So we can flip our invasion as soon as next turn. Okay, another Invasion of Tarkir. This would be good if I had more dragons. Draconic Debut. What if I do for 3 and then I flip? Yeah, so we'll attack in with the Fearsome Whelp first. See if they want to do anything about that. Alright, they let it happen. I could also just do another Invasion of Tarkir. I think I'll wait for that, though. Yeah, we'll go debut for 3. Autopay. See if that is allowed to happen. I imagine that they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Cool, so we get to cast this one. That's ideal. And let's see what happens now. It looks like they do have creature removal. They didn't decide to cast any, though. Ooh, Goldspan Dragon. Okay. Well, we're going to definitely try to take out the Goldspan Dragon for sure. It's when it becomes the target of a spell, not including abilities. Okay, that's... yikes. Can they kill me this turn? They have 2 Unleashed Furies, that's 16 damage. They go to 4. Okay, so they have definitely just gone ham here. We do, though, get to... it's when it attacks, right? Yeah, so we'll be able to go Invasion of Tarkir. This is a triggered ability, so we can deal 2 to the Goldspan Dragon. Then we can go into here, double trigger, do 1 to Goldspan, 1 to face. Now we get another flipped Tarkir. And then basically I can just for free do Draconic Debut for 2. Targeting them, putting them to 13. If we draw another dragon, it is just for sure castable. Otherwise, we kill them this turn. Alright. So I hope that not having Goldspan Dragon throws a wrench in their plans. They're counting mana, so they have 2, 4, 6, 7. I think the goal is to just Goldspan Dragon into, just like only use Goldspan Dragons and cantrips to find what you need. Alright. Utopia Scroll, they're going to try to draw into something. What else can they do from this position? Okay, Tooth and Nail. They did not... They are just revealing the 2 creatures. So this is World, Spine, and Xenagos. Okay, so they're just showing me what their combo would be. We'll go ahead and just swing in for lethal then. Get to trigger 6 times. And finish them off. Cool. So I need to take a look at how this deck is supposed to win. So there are a couple of things. There is the Indomitable Creativity pattern of just finding these 2 cards. I can see Tooth and Nail also does this, so they basically just needed to entwine both of these. I see. Well, that's definitely an interesting combo right there. Pretty cool. All right, well, cool deck. Definitely want to take a look at this one myself. I think this one does look like it's a whole lot of fun. But for us, that is our round 3 done. Let's hop into round 4 right now. All right, round 4. I am a little bit wary of this hand. It's nice having the Fearsome Whelp. I guess I can go turn 2 into turn 3, play Carnelian and Fearsome Whelp. I mean, I guess I'm down. It's like, it's quick, and assuming if I draw something, then it's maybe going to be okay. Pretty dubious about this. So opponent's mulliganed once. Let's see. Alright, well, they keep 6. And we finally have a Goldspan Dragon, sweet. So that is actually kind of what we wanted to have happen. Probably should have attacked there, but it's okay. Opponent going low and slow. So Goldspan Dragon will cost me just 2 next turn. Alright. So we can start going ham next turn if we draw a dragon card. I'd like to see a creature. Okay, mill is not terrible to see. We'll mill 2 here. Nice, clear 2 non-dragons off the top. And yeah, we'll just get to go out here and get to go in. I'm going to hold Dragon's Fire because I know that they might have something that I want to deal with. We do want to kill most of the creatures in that deck. We mill, fine. And yeah, looks like opponent is not going to even come close with the mill. We'll take that. Definitely just had a fast enough turn, and we drew that Goldspan Dragon right when we needed to. Good ramp, good finish, good game. Nice. Round 4 out of the way, let's hop right back in to a round 5. Stick around. Alright, final round here with Mono Red Dragons. I like this hand. If we get a land, we get Carnelian and Orbs. Otherwise, we get Fearsome Whelp, discounting our payoffs in hand. Assuming that they don't have exactly burn or removal for my Fearsome Whelp, I feel happy. And if that happens, as long as I draw the 3rd land, I'm happy too. Alright, here's Whelp. Say go. Alright, we get that all-important trigger off, and now I'm feeling solid. Another bugbear, it is just goblins. So I think we'll just go ahead and start playing our dragons out. There was Conspicuous Snoop on the top. Meteor Swarm is pretty cool. It's X damage. Oh, okay, yeah. Meteor Swarm is pretty cool, actually. They're going to cast this off the top, and they have a Muxus next turn. Okay, so what do I want to do? Probably Terror of the Peaks is a good idea. We can take out a Conspicuous Snoop as well. Try to start slowing them down a bit. Draconic Debut. I could also do that for 2. Terror of the Peaks gets cheaper next turn, so we may as well not play it. Do I play Terror now or wait? think Conspicuous Snoop is bad, but they have 2 of them. We know that this Muxus doesn't come down until the next turn. If they kill my Atsushi, it's fine because I ramp. I guess I just choose a dragon I control. Do that. Alright. Get their board a little bit less big. So we know that they will have a Muxus eventually. Hashlik Wands, okay. That's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Terror of the Peaks. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's good to have. Doesn't have haste. If I go in with these, play Terror of the Peaks, I have to kill one of my creatures or I just win. And it looks like they didn't drop a land. Well, they're going to have the land next turn, so they'll be able to kill my Terror of the Peaks. It's either that or it's Sushi. Hashlik Mons, what can this do? They would need Persistent Goblin, which they don't appear to have. Yeah, I think I probably just jam a Terror of the Peaks. Swing in. Go to 8. Lethal is on board. And even if they deal with the Terror of the Peaks this turn, it's going to take their entire turn and I'll still get to go in for a bunch. We go for Skirk. This is exactly casting Muxus. Pinging me for a little bit. That means Muxus needs to be lethal. Otherwise I still win. Meteor Swarm, okay. So they actually wipe my board instead. At Sushi, I will have make some treasures. They get in for 2, but they're at 5. And it deals damage to any target, so actually, I just have lethal right now. For X equals 5. Sweet. Not a way that I thought I was going to win, but we were able to do it with non-creature damage. Alright, well, I think that there are a few more games that I want to play, because this has been a pretty fun deck, so I guess we'll do 1 or 2 additional games here. So we'll see you in the round 6. Alright, round 6. Alright, we got Goldspan Dragon. I think I will keep. Mountain, say go. Opponent discards a card. I'll get rid of the Shaman. And we mill a Terror of the Peaks. Okay, here's a Fearsome Whelp. We'll start discounting our hand. And eventually, our things will be castable. Assuming that our creature survives. We just need it to survive for 1 more turn. Or for us to draw land. Nice. So, I will probably go like this. Sounds good. So if they kill Atsushi, the Goldspan Dragon that we make is going to be nuts. Here's a Goldspan. Here is a swing in with everything. Opponent's at 10. We could Draconic Debut for 1 if we really wanted to. They don't go in, cool, so we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, has haste, in for 10. Well, that was easy. Opponent seems to be on one of the starter decks, so this is more or less just a goldfish for this deck, and what a goldfish it was. We went real quick there. I want to play maybe 1 more game here. Here comes round 7, lightning quick. Alright, 7th and final round here, pretty much no matter what. I think that Invasion's a little weak here. I'm going to mulligan looking for a more interesting and splashy hand, probably. We'll mull this one. Opponent keeps 7. And I can go 3 lands and play all these things, so I'm down. Opponent goes first. We'll have time to hopefully draw into something that is cool and fun and exciting. A land is not exactly that. Oh, no one's doing anything. We actually draw our Drakuseth finally. That's cool. Haven't seen him the entire series here. If we can get him cast, that would be a whole lot of fun. Draconic Debut only hits for 2 here, so it's going to have to be Dragon Speaker Shaman. Worn Power Stone. Oh, Jesus. They're going to ramp into something huge, aren't they? Oh, boy. So they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana already. Oh, they got even more. This is pretty crazy. Okay, so with 4 mana, what can I do? I can Goldspin Dragon. I can Draconic Debut. I think I just need to put things onto the battlefield. And, like, they're going to have some big spell. It's going to be Sketch. But hopefully I will just be able to not be bothered by it. Here's Goldspin Dragon. Here is us swinging in with Goldspin Dragon. I'm going to keep the Shaman back just in case. And we are going to get a Atsushi out here. So worst case is if things go sideways, we should be able to cast our Drakuseth. Oh god, it's Tooth and Nail. Am I getting Xenagos comboed? Oh no, I am. Crap. World Spine, Xenagos. 30-30 with Trample. Nasty. We're dead. Well, I think this is unfortunately the closest we're going to get to playing a Drakuseth here in this deck tech. If you'd like to see it happen for yourself, you're going to have to do it in your own games. I've gotten it out in some of the games that I did warming up for this deck tech, and I mean, it's definitely a fun thing to get out. I do not think it's worth playing more than 1 or 2 though, so you will get these play rates out of Drakuseth. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one's a bit longer as we added a few extra rounds, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Real quick, if you want to support me on my journey in this YouTube thing, you can show your support by liking the video and commenting on it to help me with the algorithm. And if you're a new viewer of my channel, you can subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With that being said, that's it from me. Deck Tech will be in the description. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.